this is a lot, and I'm gonna split this into two videos. And just to show good faith, this is not monetized. And I want to be clear, I don't know Mirriam's story in details. We're only going to go through the basic structure to provide background to the conflict between Rabbit and Rinder. So the essentials are Mirriam tried to get Rinder to be more actively cooperative in her legal case against the church. They had a meeting, and apparently it did not go very well. She then reached out to Rabbit, and Rabbit emailed Mike Rinder, and Rinder's lawyer sent a very nasty letter in response. So, why is this relevant? What is happening? Who is Mirriam? And where is the Rinder factor involved? Well, essentially, Mirriam is an Australian Scientologist. If you know Scientology, her family was very into Scientology. And this is not really an allegation. Her father admits to this, that her father, on several occasions, no nice way of putting it, abused her. Now, the issue concerns the factual knowledge of Scientology. Like, how much did they know? And again, I want to be clear, Scientology as an organization is very evil, but actually, they did do the right thing here. And the question turns to why they didn't, knowing certain things, be more active and basically helping Mirriam. So what happened is several incidents of this abuse happened over the years, but like many Scientologists, unfortunately, Mirriam stayed in the organization. It took a long while for her to leave, but eventually she did leave, and with Leia's help, tried to legally do something about this case. Now, Rinder did feature her on some of his platforms, and to be fair, Claire has done the same thing. He is aware of her story. The dilemma is this, that the church, and this is where it gets very weird and ironic, in the late 1990s, her father was supposed to go to the gold base in California, but he was stopped. And apparently, Miriam's mother informed her that they were getting a divorce because she was going to go to the gold base, but not him. And you can piece it together. They found out about the abuse, and it's not much of a punishment, but they did punish him. They sanctioned him. So this is the late 1990s. However, the church is stating, for the record, they only found out about what happened in 2002. Now, where is Rinder involved? Rinder was running OSA even in the early 2000s, which means he probably knew about this even in the 1990s, and the nicest interpretation, didn't care. But the more likely interpretation, probably actively covered up what happened. But they were aware, because again, if they were not aware, he would be at the gold base. But give them something, give them a good point. They knew about the abuse, and they did sanction him. It was pretty weak, but they sanctioned him. But not much else. So they got a divorce and tried to cover it up. Now, to be fair, Miriam's father has admitted, but he's been very limited, saying, "Oh, some things happen on Australia." That's it. That's all he's admitting to. Is anything likely to happen? Probably not. The LAPD is very corrupt. The case is open, but given the Scientology money, probably nothing will happen. I think what Mirriam is trying to do is just get a much more accurate picture of what happened with her and other victims. And Mike Rinder's response is, well, that's imputing my moral character, and I don't want to help you. Him using that as an excuse is pretty weak and stupid.